Hey, shalom y'all. Hey guys, it's Fletch. Welcome back to OTH. And what you're looking at right now is the Kobalt 24 volt cordless light, battery operated light. It's a part of the tool system. It runs off any of the batteries that Kobalt has in the 24 volt line. This happens to be the 1.5 amp hour battery. You can buy these, I think, in a tool pack now for 14 bucks. They're like $7 a piece, and they're really lightweight, and it's great for using around the shop. Because you're just not having to deal with all the extra weight that you need if you have a 4 or 6 amp hour battery. This is the work light, and a couple of features and benefits of it. It's got a hanger here where you can clip it onto stuff and let it hang. You can also set it down and then pivot the head up or down to whichever way that you need it to shine. It has 200 lumens of light, so it's not a quote-unquote powerhouse light, right? However, it's certainly adequate, and it does have a fairly decent, I'd say it's a cross between a focused beam and a floodlight. It doesn't have what I would say is a piercing beam, but it's not just an unfocused floodlight either. And so I find for a lot of things it really does a pretty good job. It also has, you can put a hook on here so you can hook it onto your tool belt. You can see where it just kind of connects in right there, and it's ambidextrous. It's on either side. When I first looked at this, honestly, I was a little bit underwhelmed. And let me explain to you why. It's not because there's actually something wrong with the product. It's just my own quote-unquote preconceived notions, right? As like a tactical guy, right? Or someone tactical guy, whatever. I like stuff like that. And so, I've got a lot of nice high-dollar flashlights, right? And they're all waterproof and this and that, one and the other. And so when I first started looking at this, I was like, oh man, how are you going to use this in a work environment if there's water around or something like that? Because this piece here is not gasketed, it's not sealed. But the more I thought about it, the more I had to be realistic and say, hey, but neither is any of that, right? And so, it's really kind of a non-issue, but, as just a basic work light, it certainly does a job, and you can tell from the real life coloring on it, i.e. use, that I've used it in the crawl space of our house a couple of times, as well as just other projects here and there where I needed some focused light. Kobalt also has a work light that looks like this, which is more of a lantern style light, and I did a review of this one already, and I'll put a link to this in there or put it as a suggested video. And this is more of a floodlight, so if that's what you're looking for, more of a flood than a focused beam, then that's probably something more along the lines of what you're looking for. I've used this as well to work on a couple of furnaces and different things like that, because it's great. You need a focused beam sometimes, so you can shine it back in somewhere to see what you're dealing with. And so far I've been very happy with it, and it's about 30 bucks, right? It's not something that's going to break the bank. It's included obviously in a lot of the tool kits that you can get from Kobalt. And so far, as with all of my Kobalt 24 volt tools, this is a quality piece of equipment. It's got the plastic over mold on there, for a better sure grip, as with most all of the Kobalt 24 volt line, as well as this isn't cheap ABS plastic. This is glass reinforced nylon, as is with all of the tools themselves and the cases on most all the batteries as well. It's the same. It's the glass reinforced nylon. All right, guys, and so one thing that I do want to tell you about this particular product, because I think it's important. First of all, none of the Kobalt tools that you have seen on my channel thus far have been donated to me, given to me, sold to me at a discount or anything like that, because I'm doing reviews of them for Kobalt. Kobalt, you know, this is all my equipment that I bought with my own money. Having said that, one thing that you will want to watch out for with this particular light is because this has such a low draw on a battery, that what can happen and what has happened to me is that okay, so the way the batteries and the tools are designed is so that as the tool starts to get low on power, it'll cut off and it'll stop working, so you know to stop, right? And then you put in a new battery and charge that battery. What I have found with this light is because it has such a low draw that doesn't happen, and it will just keep going until the batteries are just completely depleted. And what will happen is it'll flash four green lights on the front of the battery, like right here. It will flash on there anytime you press it, like right now. Right, it'll show you the 4 lights, and that just means we've got a full charge. But what'll happen when the battery gets too depleted like that, it'll flash with these 4 lights, and you know, just a constant flash anytime you press the button, and it won't charge the battery anymore. I don't want to explain to you in this setting how to fix that. But needless to say, basically, you know, if you use some jumpers and from one battery to another and just leave it on there for a couple of minutes, it'll return enough charge to your battery to salvage your battery. But, you know, an easier thing, right, would just simply be, hey, you know, don't leave it in your workspace and forget about it with the light on for, you know, 7 or 8 hours or whatever, like I happened to do the day that I was doing it, because I had a lot of stuff to do in the crawl space of my house on that particular day. So something to keep in mind, guys. I tell it to you like it is. You know, not everything is rainbows and sunshine, so to speak, when you're reviewing equipment. So there you are, guys. Down and dirty, the Kobalt 200 Lumen work light. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I hope you're having a blessed and wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Shalom.